the right one. Success. Rich. Hello, welcome. Anybody else is here yet? You know those days where everything can't go wrong, will go wrong, and at the worst, you know, that's okay. Today, claiming small victories. Claiming small victories. Sorry about that. I know somebody with their car. Anyway, hopefully my audio is alright. Hopefully you don't hear me. I'm not jumping right into it because I'm going to give an update on Leo. For any of you that are listening, want to listen or know what I'm talking about, I think sugar is. I'm going to defeat them. Oh yeah. You know they say old age and treachery will defeat youth and skill. Yeah, the weird thing about this camera right here, the back camera, if I don't have it displayed, if I turn it off on this display, even though it's also on the Vizio, Cam 2, normally my face is over here and will be soon. But if I turn either one of these off, it won't keep the thing going. It just puts it to sleep and then I have to fiddle with it. And I did it. Yeah, I know you. I've got the AC on, so I've got it heavily. Excuse me, I've got a heavy gate on it. A denoise thing, whatever you want to call it. Sorry, folks. So I woke up this morning and had to go to the bathroom and couldn't really get out of bed. Kind of sucked. So we'll pop the chat out. Move over here. We'll have a chat. We'll spin it around the other way. I'm going to show you guys some stuff over there. I'm actively working on things. It's not as though I'm not working. Alright. Star, Matt, folks coming in now. Hugh is here. Zeus. Spoke it too soon, maybe. I don't know. Yes. Good morning, Jade. Get yourself a Valerie back this distortion. You need this in your life. Really a lot. You need this in your life. The sayings between you and me, secrets. You want one of these. I don't even have to care. Thanks, Rich. I didn't have to care what amp I'm using, although I did buy the Tone King Imperial Mark II set. It was half off. I would have bought the Mesa Boogie, but strangely, their latest platform is not on sale right now. So we're going to wait for a sale price on that one. I will, though. I like the sounds of it. But this distortion pedal does TheFalcro's fire breath. It does everything I need to do. I can set a really nice clean tone on the amp and turn this off and have the Fury, the distortion turned way down, so it's just enough to play through. And it gets just a bit crunchy, but it still works. And then when I want to make it nasty, I can just turn the Furia and the volume up. Don't mess with the tone too much. It stays more or less in the middle area. I don't like it extreme one way or the other. So it probably does this across the top of the screen. I can't remember to smash the like because I never like any of my own videos. No pun intended there. But I just don't like my own stuff. I don't like my own comments. I don't like my own videos. I don't like my own music. I just don't. I don't know. It messes with my OCD and makes me feel like I'm cheating. I hate everybody else's stuff. So, but if it's a thing that I'm involved with personally, like my channel, then that's what we're going to do. So there's some people's here now. Leo went home yesterday. No, Leo went home on Sunday. Leo is back home. He's got lots of support, stuff going on at home. It's really good news. Said all the other stuff's still happening. Hey, Chad, welcome. But still unfortunate that the 25-year-old man is just knocked down like this the prime of his life, and it's not over. For me, in some ways, it would have been almost better to have this. I'm just speaking from my perspective, what I think. I almost would have wanted to have the emergency surgery because then it's over with, and the result is the result. They fixed it. I died. My head fell off. It doesn't really matter at that point. So, yeah, and for those of you just coming in, I apologize for electronic voice, but right now I need to have, let's see if I can make this face a little bit more. I need to have the air conditioner on there. That's a little bit better. And I just reset the filter, so it's about as close as it's going to get right now. It's set it for that mic over there as well. So, fun. So thank you all for your positive thoughts and prayers and whatever you put out there in the universe that was on the positive side of things. Thank you all. Although it's not perfect and it didn't just dissipate, it's much better. Who else here? Let me look at my participants list. Say something in chat, then you'll pop up on my participants. Unless you don't want me to say your name, and then just stay shut up. That's okay. Chad, Freeman, Hugh Caldwell, Jade Star, Matt. I'm not going to do it today. This is bad. Rich New Design, all you folks hanging out there being cool. Thank you. Whether you're active or you're lurking or you're just stopping to say hi, thank you so much. I appreciate it. More than you know. So we just have to have this back right. So I have learned that I can trim my camera, which is pretty cool. We have live chat, please. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I need all the positivity I can get. Speaking of that, removing negative from my life is a good thing. It has very quickly become a passion for me to remove negatives from my life and not participate in negatives that try and come into my life. I don't have to participate. I can say, oh, look, that's drama, or I don't have to fix that. That's my personality. I'm a fixer. Thus the cramped spaces and workbench in here. I love my fire breath. I just mentioned that because it's an awesome pedal. If you're thinking about a distortion pedal or you want to add that, talk to Valerie. Yeah, she's slow on her emails, but she's very communicative when she's into it. She hasn't got 15,000 other things to do. Communication is right on target. No chit chat. I chit chat more than she does. Yeah, there she is, talking about it right there. Love you, Valerie. I knew I'd make you come out of the woodwork if I said bad things about you. That's not really bad. She's just a busy lady. Oh yeah, I agree, Rich. And that's kind of what I realized. I was not walking away from these dramas that would happen around me. I was investing myself in them. So that was no. My mental health journey is working really well right now. I'm having a good old time, happier than I've been in years. This whole thing with Leo, it saddened me, and I dug in, and I had to pull from a little deeper area inside me to stay positive. But yes, uh, but before it would have broken me. I would have been a blubbering mess. For those of you that were around when my good friend Troy passed from COVID, that was devastating. Um, he was one of those friends that instantly felt like I knew him all my life, and so when he was removed from it, even though we hadn't seen each other in probably a year, it hurt just like I saw him and hugged him yesterday. So that was tough. So, but yes, Valerie's pedals are super fantastic. It's like a magical journey. It's got like the fire breath is what left is left and right is right. Richard, you can do this. So there is the fire breath coming right out of the dragon's mouth. I know you've all seen this, but I don't. I don't care. You're gonna see it again. And did she put it? If she makes you one, she put it a note inside of here. I read it. There's a stream somewhere. Did my first short yesterday, last night at 9:30. Literally is a short about anything. Titled it Vedrio anything or something like that. And when I said everybody says I should do a short, most of you probably seen it. I've gotten just shy of 1,200 views on that. 1,200 views in less than 24 hours. Wow. Now I know not every short that I throw up there will do that. I didn't even look subs yet because I just posted it yesterday. I don't know. I'm gonna keep doing it. Yes, she is. Yeah. I'm gonna start throwing shorts up there. It just seems silly not to. Literally, that short was yeah. Don't cross her because she'll kick your bootie. She will. She brings the guns to the show. And besides, she plays nice. Oh, so yeah, I'm not super active today. We're not gonna really work on much anything. Let me show you the remnants of my vacuum. That's why we got the title "The One and Done." Tore it down last night, and it actually looks pretty clean inside. I'll show you guys in just a few minutes here. Go grab it from over by its wallward charger. I was trying an experiment overnight, and it's failed. So back in the market for a vacuum. Oh, that's cool. Thank you. Peace, love to you too. Stay smooth. Absolutely, stay smooth, brother. All right, now we got. I'm gonna go over to the other side. If this starts doing weird stuff, let me know and I'll turn it off. I got a chat on over there. This camera, right over here. There we are. All right. Now we'll feel more normalish. Whew, that light is. Gotta tilt that way a little bit and come down. There we go. Okay, that's more gooder. Alright. I gotta adjust the camera. Of course I gotta adjust the camera. Don't want to have everything be properly adjusted right off the bat. Right? Okay. Is that better? Is it worse? I don't know. Trying to make it so I have light on my face, but I'm not, like scaring people. I think you can see me now. See audio all right? Can you guys hear me okay? I just got the tablet over here so I can see the chat there. You're probably going to see it encroaching on this somewhere. Anyways, that looks pretty good, I guess. So this right here, this Devotech, don't waste your money. Do not waste your money. I got this about 4 months ago. I literally used it once, charged it up, used it once to vacuum up some stuff. I was getting ready to do that the other day, and the little charge indicator on the screen said, "Hey, full charge." Cool. It just clicked. I fiddled with it. I finally took it apart last night and looked around inside of it. And it's a bunch of the 82860 batteries. Let me grab that piece. Sorry, folks, I'm moving kind of slow today. My back is hurt for no reason. I just woke up that way. So this is the body of it, the main body, and it's got these 82. What are they? I can't remember the number. 82. No. 18650 3.7. There's 8 of them in here. The charger's putting out 30.6 volts, which is what it's supposed to do, and it's doing that at 4.5 amps, which it's supposed to do. Something has gone wrong. Here, I'm going to take this off again. There's 2 connections inside of here. One is for the trigger, and the other is for the power. It's got a switch at the top. I think it's a high-low switch, not 100% positive. Come on, get out of there. All right. There's the guts. The only other thing you have is charging port. It just slips into a slot down here and trigger. And then you've got these connections up here, but all this is for is the power battery charge state on the screen. And I think it displays a spinning fan when the vacuum is actually on. Anyway, there's nothing burned here. The other half of it is this down here. And unfortunately, these are welded in batteries. I don't know if you can see that. Try and show that over here if I can. But anyway, these are super tiny little spot welds. Oh, damn it, Jim. They're all good, but there's no voltage in this at all. Nothing. Right off the battery pack itself. on 20 volt scale. I got this the right way. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Just if I'm backwards, it'll show a negative sign. There is a 5/10 of a volt in there. 5/10. That's in that battery. This one has 0, I think. Wait a minute, hold on. Oh, that's a 10th there. We go over here to this one. That has none. It's backwards, but it still has no voltage in it. 1/10 of a volt. This will be backwards as well. Oops. Ooh, 7/10 of a volt. That's exciting. Yeah. So stay away from Devotac or Devotac or whatever they're calling it. Oh, that's got 6/10 of a volt in it. Yeah, that's after charging it up again. I made sure that all the connections were here. Tested continuity on all of the switches. I can buy these batteries. I can't weld them back in. I would have to try and solder them, and I really don't want to do that. Wallworks putting out 30.6 volts at 4.5 amps, which is what it's rated at. So I think it actually says 31 volts, but 30.6 is close enough. And it's putting it out at the full amperage rate. So there's nothing there. I tested all that out yesterday after I reminded myself how to use the amp meter in my little deal. So yeah, sadly that's the end for this thing. It's $100 down the drain because I waited too long to take action. That's my fault. So that's why I decided to tear it down last night. And Amazon told me there was really nothing they could do for me. The manufacturer won't return my email or contact me. They sent me an email when I first got it. They were notified, of course, because they shipped it, and they reached out and said, "Hey, if you have any questions or problems, feel free to blah 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 to answer us back here." So I did. Nothing. So Devotac, if you're listening, customer service sucks. Almost as badly as your product. I don't know what other products you do, but I hope you do them better than this. So, now I'm not going to do it today. I was going to finish taking the chair apart again, pulling off this broken arm here, and do that. I'm doing some prep work. You can see the vise is moving this up just a little bit. You should be able to see the vise now, I hope. Anyway, this is all opened up because I was actually filing it, working on getting rid of some of these sharp edges. It's the only thing I don't like about this is they didn't do any finish work on the edges of the cuts. The jaws are good and hard. The rubber covers work great. Slip these on here, and I like that they're rubber, not plastic. They're not the highest quality rubber, but they do remain flexible. Even when I've got my AC on in here, like now. Probably be pretty much steady AC on now through, well, probably the end of fall. I'm not a person that enjoys the hotness. I much prefer it to be cooler. Oh my goodness. Hello, Mark. Mark's GAS station. So these are the repair that's going to happen, and I'll do it on live sometime this week. I don't know exactly when. The idea here, you can see this one, so I had the vise out. This is bent, so it'll go into the little crook of the chair where the arm bends up. And then through here, I'm going to I was going to use 3/16, but it was problematic finding nylock nuts for 3/16 bolts, so I went to number 10 24s. This is the most secure box flap ever. I mean, you're likely to rip the box flap off, the little locking one here. Anyway, I got these, so they'll go through here. I'll just screw them through there. They'll thread into it. It won't matter because they're just going through the chair. And then I got nylock nuts to put on the far side. This will give me the lateral strength. It won't. There'll be a bolt on either side. And on this front one, because it's curved, this one's going to go through and just get the nylock right on the edge of the chair. Then I'm going to put one through this end on the other side of the crack and bolt that in. And then I'm going to drill a third hole through here and meet this one on the bottom with that third hole that I drilled, so it'll go to here. So when that's all said and done, that'll be completely tied together across the crack on both sides. So hopefully that makes sense. Chair the arms in here. This is the bottom of that arm. It's the top of that arm. The opening is. So, and that'll work because that's why the old epoxy failed. But I want to share this new epoxy with you. So this is a Belinden metal repair glue. Not sponsored, but I'm impressed. I think I got it at the Jungle Store for $8. You have a tenth of a volt today, Valerie. Anyway, so you guys all saw those of you that watched, saw the leaking and old Gorilla Glue epoxy that I had. The stuff is not clear, it's gray. When it's mixed, it's a light gunmetal gray, machine shop floor gray. If you've got any experience around a machine shop, you'll know what I'm talking about. But anyway, look at this thing. Built like a tank. This screws in. Trying to show it to you here. This screws in. You can't really see it there. All right, we'll go down here. Anyway, that screws in to the top. That's your close. The nozzles are under here. And then, there's no plunger, but there is a plunger. These are permanently sealed in here. This is where that old Gorilla Glue one was leaking. So these are literally just pushing these, so your seal never gets broken back here, just moved. Good idea. They try and make it sound like Gorilla Glue. On the front of the box, you notice it says 5-minute prep, or 5-minute setup. Yeah, 5-minute setup. That's how long it takes to assemble it and squeeze it out. But they were thoughtful. They sent you get 2 for your $8. You get 2 of these, 2 of the doohickeys, a nappy wipe for those emergency messes. Everybody's got to have a couple popsicles. Popsicles are the best. But here's the nicest feature of this. They gave me 2 of these mixers platforms. Just a little piece of PVC vinyl or something, most likely. It's plastic. We live in a modern society, but I'll use these many times. You guys know me and my fetish for not screwing up the environment any more than I have to. So I'm also going to try this epoxy out as well. So once it's all bolted, I'm going to mix this up. It's got a 20-minute open time, so I have plenty of time to work with it. And I'll take a toothpick and we'll try and get it to go down into the cracks and the crevices in between. I thought about mixing it up before, but then I got to deal with it it's fairly runny. I watched a video on it. I don't think I want to try and catch the drips or worry about that. It's just going to be messy. If I do decide to do that, I'll use one of these old pieces of blind. These right here, trimmed. You can see the AC behind me there if I go the right way. It's got trimmed off these so they hang correctly. And I'm not going to throw them away because they're PVC vinyl too. But I can use these as mixed boards as bases underneath, and if I decide to smear epoxy all over this, that's what I'll use. Is use this as a trough, set it down, set the bottom of the chair here, or the chair arm here, and then slather away with whatever apparatus I'm slathering with. And you might notice I have blue mat. I've had this for quite a while. Never had a space to use it. Now I do. So when I was taking apart the now defunct vacuum with the bad charging circuit, I know these can be soldered, but I'm not. I think that would be dangerous for me, so I'm not going to do that. Anyway, that's how that's going to roll. So we're going to bolt this back together. Now, for those of you that are saying, why are you fixing the chair? Let's go back over to the other side. What you're saying is, why fix the chair? Just make the chair go away and buy a new one. I could do that. I could. But then I gotta figure out if it's a comfortable chair, because there's really no place convenient for me to go to try out chair styles and types. I know I probably would buy one of the Gamer X chairs. I like the look, and for me and my terrible posture, a broken back is great, except for right now because my back is absolutely killing me. Janice, hello, welcome. So I've got plenty to figure out on that. I think it's gonna work out. I'm fixing the chair because it's fixable, and that will keep it from being in a landfill, because nobody else is going to be as dumb as I am and fix this arm a couple of times in different ways to get it strong enough that it would work. If I wanted to just fix it, I could have gotten an angle corner bracket, 90 degrees, laid it up, used this as a template to mark the holes, and put that in there, and just had no arm on this side of the chair, because that would have done the same thing. But yeah, this is more fun, and we get to learn. We get to learn new stuff, lots of new stuff. I was very proud of myself when I remembered how to use the amp test on the multimeter, because normally that's where I put the positive lead when I think I want to test a voltage or continuity, and then I find out, no, that doesn't work. It's not doing anything that I want it to do. And then I realized that it has that little word thing next to it that says 5 amp max, or yours may say more, some are rated to 10 or even 20 amps. But this is a cheapy, that's a hobo freight multimeter. My old Radio Shack digital finally failed after 35 years. It was one of the first digitals that Tandy put out through Radio Shack. Man, I snapped that up right away, having a digital voltmeter was. Also, previous to that, I didn't even have a digital like this LCD one. I had an old school with swing, needle, sweep, words, work with. This is only my second cup of coffee, so I'm a little low on caffeine. So I'll be fixing that in a few days. I'll just put an announcement out for what they're going to be, or when it's going to be, and then you guys can watch me do the chair. Just not right now, because the back is broke more than usual. But I thought it would be cool to kind of hang out, and I'm going to do a quick little thing here. Got to get my other Droid phone turned on, so give me a second here, because I'm going to show you guys something. It's something pretty cool too. Come here. Come here. There. Go to the droid cam, please. may have resolution on this phone happening soon too. Look, it's a mess. There we go. So you can see that's my packing material stash, some peanut snacks. That's my glass clean kit equipment there. But I got this thing right here. Remember I talked about the trying to do this with one hand sucks. Alright, so I talked about getting the guitar dock from Ibanez. This is said guitar dock. Literally, guitar dock. D-O-C-K, not dock. I'm fixing it. Because it's sick. So this, anything I think up to 2 inches, I think it says, or 2.1 inches or something like that. Check this out. So I've got it pre-sized here. They say you can put it on anything. So you can put it here, you can put it here, put it anywhere. So we're going to put it right here. Yeah, I got it pretty close because I knew I was going to be doing this with one hand. So put that up there. And then left to loosen, right to tighten. Come on, Richard, you know this drill. Alright, so you can see I got that tightened down there. And I'm going till it's perpendicular, just like that. And you look at it and go, well, Richard, that ain't going to work. That's dumb. You can't. Are you going to hang your guitar neck sideways through there? Have it be at some funky-ass weird angle? No. What you're going to do is this. You're going to turn it, just like that. Oh, a shelf bracket, you say? That was at an angle, you say? Okay. Well, there you go. Put it on the angled shelf and put it in that. This locks in 6 positions all the way around, or 8 positions. 8 positions. 4 and 4 is 8, Richard. Anyway, so that's it. And that ain't going nowhere. I already tell you that. So now, don't look at those. Now, we can do this. Don't look at my jammies. Don't look at my snacks. They're not good for you. They're only good for me. And now, this guitar, woohoo, or any guitar here that I happen to use. I gotta move my coffee cup. Great planning for the shot, Richard. Alright, now, whoop, it is. Right there. I don't know if you can see how hard I'm hitting those, or hear how hard that's hit. That's not going to fall out on its own. It's just not. These things are $11 from Sweetwater. I bought 2 of them. I'm going to throw one in my case. So wherever I go, it goes with me. Now I can eliminate that, which I have had a love and hate relationship with now for 3 years, 4 years, 4 years, lots of years. Anyway, I don't really care for them. So yeah, these are great. Now my guitar can sit right next to me, keeps all the chords on the same side, nothing's going, wow, nothing's going behind me, none of that stuff's happening. Now, we turn off the Droid Cam. There we go. That one. We turn off the other Droid Cam too, because now I don't care if it goes to sleep. And then you just get a look at me. Okay, I'm gonna be here for a little bit. Said $11 from there. And if you're not happy with their they got a plastic dish rubber coated bumper thing for the back where your neck leans up against it. But if you're worried about it, you can put a piece of foam there. But honestly, it's all coated, nice and smooth and rubbery on the inside. So Sean Chandler, yeah, I'm digging it. Kind of like McDonald's. And to pull it out of there, you gotta mean it. It is not gonna fall out. I mean, you probably hear that. That's it. That's the little rubber fingers snapping back. That's him snapping over it so it can't fall. Now I'm pulling it out. That's snapping back into position. So yeah, I'm super pumped and pleased, very, very pleased to have done that thing. So I wanted to share that with everybody because for $11, throw it in your gig bag. When you go into your friend's house, or you're going to band practice, or you're going to an actual gig, for those of you that are gigging, right on. Love live music, and I've missed it very much. Looking forward to it this summer. Oh my goodness. All right, Dennis. Did the picture turn out nice? Did you get a good picture? I hope. Ear itches. What does that mean? I know what it means when my palm itches. We can't talk about that. It's like we're. So yeah, everything's working out except my back, and I'm sorry that I'm not doing any fixing it today. Francis, if you watch this on the replay, sorry I didn't tear anything apart on camera, but I really couldn't wait, and I needed to have that apart to do some testing on it. Clearly, there's something on the charging circuit that's failed, but the battery pack on the base is the legs that are coming off of the pack that make the connection of the batteries to the board all come off of the end of batteries, but it screws into and is soldered, the legs are soldered soldered into that PCB on the bottom of the battery pack. So to go any further into it, I'd have to desolder those, 6 of them, and they're big. I mean, they got a lot of solder on them. It wasn't going to go nowhere. They were making sure that it wasn't going to wiggle or bounce if you bang the vacuum on something while you're using it. Apparently, they didn't use very good design for their charging circuit because that's what's failed. I briefly thought about doing a manual charge on the batteries with my power supply. I can do that, but they're lithium ion. I don't want anything to go wrong in a very small room in a very old apartment, and that just seemed like a bad decision that I should choose not to make. If it was my workshop or something like that was separate from my house, that might be different. I might experiment a little bit, but it would be with a fire extinguisher right next to me. Most likely the most expensive and largest ABC I could buy, just so I could spray it on any kind of fire, pretty much. But yeah, it's made by D'Addario. To go back to my other train of thought that got derailed, it's made by D'Addario, and it's called the Guitar Dock, DOCK. Look it up and get yours from Sweetwater today, only $11.99. Sorry. See, I can play the sweet leaf. Can't even say it. I'm not exactly sure how many dust bunnies just went down into my lungs, but they're crawling around in there, and it's really, really uncomfortable right now. But the pain in my back is making it easier to ignore the discomfort in my chest currently from the dust bunnies that are hopping and crawling around in my, what are they called? Bacillimas, something. Anyway, the little fingery things that like clean your stuff out. Yeah, you've all had that happen. Wrong pipe and all fun stuff. I'm still fighting the battle of the ants. Yeah, I'm winning, but I'm still fighting the battle. This thing has gotten super stable. I haven't picked it up except put it in that thing since yesterday. I haven't checked tuning. I haven't done anything. I'll see where it's at. This is a process. Now, with this particular guitar shape and the way I like to hold the guitar with the strap, with this guitar, I have to take my headphones off and then put them back on through here. because if they come up through here, the cord gets stuck between the guitar and the strap, and the body, the horn, and the strap. And then my head does this. Shit. That's it. Oh, okay, there we go. So it's not good. It's bad. So now, the process is headphones off, bevvy on, pull my hair out of the strap, pull my beard out of my hair, pull my beard out of the strap. Alright, then put the phones on, these away, behind the back, and up. There we go. So now it goes through the horns, down here, behind the back, and out on the other horns. Hold it up far enough to see. And it's not in my way. I know it looked like when I was holding it up there that it would be in my way, but it's not. It's actually even away from the guitar. Enough for me to get my whammy and do my stuff. So I'll give you a little demonstration of playing around with the Tone King Imperial Mark II. It's only 2 amp heads, but there's a lot of different ways to adjust them, and they're pretty cool. Bring this up. Turned up the volumes. Might have something out there. Let's get the tuner. See where we're at. Yep, a little sharp. Not much. It was still mostly green. Now it's all tuned up. Down. It's got a lot of presets in these amps. It's got 10 or 15 artists. All of them have at least 5 amps in here, but 5 sounds. They've done adjusting between the rhythm and the lead controls. Get some nice tones out of this. Even the default clean. Addicted tinted lead. Move it, Sandman. Hey, Marshall. Hello, hello. Yeah, I have the AC on, so it's a necessary evil. I can't turn the AC off because it's hot as balls in here. So that's my compromise. So, sorry. You're gonna hear my AC unit like crazy. Now you can hear my AC. My vocals probably sound better, by far. Probably got rid of the robot sound. But then you get to hear the AC in the background, so it's... Yeah, I have some oils and some butters that I use. My favorites are like sandalwood scented oils and things like that. I don't like the patchouli. Patchouli is gross. Sorry, I just have to say that because it's true. Let me see here. So yeah, 1,100 views on my short. So I'm gonna do that. Fun stuff. Thanks for coming by, Marshall. You're working, so thanks for stopping by. Definitely appreciate that. Nice, nice. My son likes to call me Fat Gandalf sometimes, especially right after I've washed my hair and I come out of the shower, and kind of has that rock star bullshit look that I don't give a fuck about. But anyway, it does its thing, and everybody goes, ooh, look at that. How long did it take you to part that? I don't know, 2 seconds. I brushed my hair back, and then it fell into that place. So, little hair envy going on. You know how it goes. Yeah, I've never been a fan of the patchouli. Those that want to rock it, rock it. You'll never hear a word from me unless you're trying to put it on me, and then we're gonna have a problem. Yeah, I don't care if other people wear it, but not me. So even on their articulate lead, I can play around with that. I did not get the Mark. I mean not Mark. The C plus Mesa Boogie. Those were not on sale. Weird. Their flagship's not on sale right now, but it will be later. So I'll wait until I can get that for less than 100 and I think it's 120 regular price, €99. And I don't convert. I just put the numbers that they tell me I need to put in there. So yeah, I just got, this was only $60 or something like that.
Not warmed up at all, I'm sure you can all tell that. I can't get this gate hot enough. It's getting better. I have this gate cranked up right now. I have moments of glory followed by the agonies of defeats, but I'm still practicing. So I would enter something like that, Valerie. Most definitely would enter something like that. So is the AC not too bad? Can you hear me over it okay, or am I fighting with it? Because that's why I was using the reefer in the first place, was because I'm running the AC. But if it's not interfering and you guys can hear me fine this way, I'm just going to leave it alone. And we'll listen to my AC all summer. That's just one of their resets. Wow, because words are hard. Lots of medication today, folks. It's getting me by. It's getting me by. Sorry, I had to double check for ants. They're quick little bastards. But I am winning. I usually don't see them now. Overnight sometimes. But they're getting better. But that's what started the whole vacuum debacle, because I was going to vacuum up wherever there might be food crumbs or food debris that may have fallen and I didn't notice, you know, around table legs and that sort of thing. Just clean everything out. Then my vacuum didn't work. So now I have vacuum in pieces. So yeah, I'm loving this. I don't know why everybody doesn't want a Floyd Rose in their life. I love the Floyd Rose. It was a little finicky at first, and there was a learning curve, but now that it's done and ready, I wouldn't be afraid to change strings or even tunings if I was trying to achieve something different. I love being able to do deep dives like I just did, and then come back in tune. I changed my chain of my effects chain is all different. I don't know about the shroom thing. I never did really care for the hive from shrooms. The pot, yeah, I'll do the pot. That don't bother me at all. That just makes me feel better. Hey, Mitch Heyman, welcome. Anyway, so there's a lot of presets in here. I have not really messed with any of them. This one's pretty, is a factory one here. Clean clay, pretty good. Not clay as in music, conspiracy music. It's a little bit muted. So yeah, I'm digging the Floyd. Cannot say enough how just know you can't hire me, but I'll be happy to throw something like that together for you. I don't play very many songs. I have in the past, and there's a few that I like, but for the most part, I just like to play and make it as I go. So rarely do I play the same thing twice. I might play similar patterns, but it's always different. So, but I'm happy to record. So, but that's okay, Louie. Okay, now I think I got that out of my system. Cleaning can be hazardous to your health. I hope you're only using the best organic chemicals, because I don't want you to be hurt. We have to take care of ourselves, because ain't nobody gonna do it for us. So, but you know, you should maybe stop cleaning, take a break. You're probably working too hard anyway. You need to sit down and relax. Maybe pick up your acoustic and check the tuning. You know, for I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, because you're really getting good at playing that thing. Wish I could say I could play mine that well. I can't. It's up there, hanging. And I will eventually get it back down. It's more a summertime instrument for me. Okay, I'll shoot you an email. Yeah, I can sing it. I can sing Sweet Home Alabama. Just about anybody's version of it I can sing. But playing of it, not so much. I can play Simple Man a little bit, but I enjoy singing the Shinedown version of Simple Man. I love them both, but everything I like about the original is exactly why I like it in the covered form better with Shinedown's version. I know it's sacrilege, but somebody had to say it. I was trying to learn, well, I'm still trying to learn it, just the beginning lick for, go on, I'm not warmed up. Yep. See, it happens. I needed to warm up beforehand. I did tune the guitar though now. Hey, finally. We only took 4 tones. I haven't tried to play that for a couple weeks. As we all know, guitar is use it or lose it. So if something you always want to be able to play, pretty much need to play it every day. Until it's burned in your brain cells. Oh man. I'm dead. You bring the snark. I got a couple of them. I got the one in my mouth, and then I got one back there that I use for quickie tunings when I'm on that side of the room. On the Apple side, I don't have a tuner yet. Gonna have to pull the. I'm gonna have to unmothball the old Mac. I think it's a 2011, and try some things. There's supposed to be a way to get GarageBand onto it without changing that. Hey Sith, welcome. Glad you could make it. This is the Pain Show. I just talked about my projects mostly. Not really doing any work today. I woke up with a back that said, "You're not getting out of bed." So we've been running with that today. But anyway, folks, that is how this guitar is coming along. And see, the order of operations, once again, has changed when I have this guitar out. Headphones first. Then, unplug the guitar. You're right there. You might as well go in and mute that guitar track. Oh, they're mowing the lawn or blowing the leaves. No, that's the mower. They're definitely mowing. Anyway, it was, oh yeah, mute the guitar track. And then I mute the unused mic track, because there's no point in having that open. So now I'm only fighting with the thing there. Oops. Yeah. So we did that. I had turned it down. So, and then I can put it in its guitar dock. Boy, that sounded way worse than it was. I just bumped a little plastic thing. So, and there it is, right there, in its home. So I'm pretty pleased with that. So now I can not have this thing, because that's way gooder. I'd probably have to go to the corner of shame. That's its favorite place to be. I had to put this washer here to make it be more stable in here when it was in, because otherwise it would just fall out. It'll still fall out, but yeah, this has not been my favorite tool for holding a guitar. Just has not been. Oh, spider house. Interesting. Alright. Well, we're going to do it that way because it makes it shorter. And then I'll put a strap around it later on, and it can sit in the corner of shame until I decide I'm going to do something with it. Oh my goodness. Oh, so look for another video coming out from me. Good to see you too, Brad. Thank you for coming by. Sith and Brad, all the cool kids are here. Oh, knees are never any fun. Never any fun. Oh yeah, I could too. Yeah, it wouldn't be difficult at all, but that's just not the way I'm gonna roll with that. I'd just soon not look at it. So I got this guitar dock, not sponsored by Diodario. The Diodario guitar dock is awesome because it fits in your gig bag, and it'll go onto any vertical, angled, or horizontal surfaces, and then it adjusts to be level based on the surface you got it on, and then it holds the guitar. It's pretty freaking cool. I get some of that in my back, but this is not. What happened last night is not seasonal. What happened last night is just what my body does sometimes. It does one of these. Hey, remember me? Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, but Hot Spring is far from me now, and I don't have a car, so it makes it very difficult to go to Hot Springs. I have to just stand in the shower and turn the cold water off, and then I can pretend I'm at Bagby, basking in the warmth of the out of the ground. I think that water is 160 or 180 degrees. You have to cool it down before you get in it. Of course, now the state took it over. They got like running cold water up there, and they got rules everywhere. When it was a friend's Bagby, privately owned, it was a great place to go and hang. Be naked, be not naked, be high, be not high. It's whatever you wanted to do. It's just a cool place to go hang in the woods and relax, and that's what we did many times. Yep, apples have done that. My friend made one out of a peach that was very juicy. The orange was kind of a failure too, but interestingly, tangerine worked pretty good. You did have to let the initial juice kind of die away, but you know, it was kind of cool that the way the peel would give way. You could actually put one of those little metal bowls on top of it. You couldn't screw it tight or whatever, but anyway, it's cool. Different than carving out the apple, but I like the flavor of the apple. When you make a bowl in the apple, and we got all scientific. I'm a machinist at heart, so we would core it to the end, put a small carb hole top, and then bore the hole halfway in, so there was about this much of the apple meat between, and then we poked holes with a leatherworking pin so that it now has a screen type look to it, for lack of a better term, and that became the permanent bowl. If you poke too many holes, the bowl will fall out, and then you don't have a bowl anymore. You have a mouthful of vegetation and maybe fire. But if you do it right, it works really well, and it surrounds it with that apple flavor as you burn it. Yeah. We had to do it that way, because that's how we work. Yeah. Nice. Nice. That's not too bad. I didn't even know there was a hot springs in Tijuana. Local secret indeed. Well, clearly I'm not a local of Tijuana. Hello. Yeah. Not that I wouldn't want to be a local of Tijuana. A friend of mine and I we've actually talked about pooling our money and our resources and moving down to Baja California and living that life down there on the beach. If we pool our money, we could have a place on the beach. My gift has made it to the United States. Alright, second time's the charm. Yes, apple bongs are important lessons in engineering. Of course, you know, I can't think of many things I haven't made pipes and bongs out of in a pinch. I used an old pipe and a piece of screen, and by pipe I mean a piece of black pipe that it still had the elbow on it, and I stuffed a piece of aluminum screen down inside of that, and just hoped I didn't inhale too much rust. It wasn't terrible. It worked. It was what we had. And then of course I've done apples and done oranges, tangerines, or cuties. I'm not sure if it was a tangerine or a cutie. They're slightly different, but whatever. One of the little ones. Fun stuff. Yeah, I haven't ever used a carrot, but I can see how that would work. Especially with as firm as the meat is. Very long lasting. Crisper apples do that too, but yeah, apples have always been an engineering thing for me because I love the flavor of the apple as I burn the vegetation. So, and you know, I got my glass up there. You guys, I showed it off, my Guru and my shapeshifter. But my daily driver is this old acrylic. I mean, this about as 80s as you can get. It's an acrylic bong. It's been through hell. You know, carb hole on the back, no pull stems, it can fall on the floor and it makes your floor stink, but it ain't gonna break. Yes, I am a stoner. I freely admit that. Sometimes, on days like today, I smoke because it helps me deal with back pain, and some days I just want to enjoy being high. So yeah, very much a stoner. And I found my favorite red pick. I don't know why it's my favorite right now, but it is. So hopefully in a few days we'll be able to do this, and we can get the second repair on the check. And I'll probably do all the preliminary. I'll have it drilled and off and all that stuff by the time I do that. So it'll just be a demo of me putting it together and mixing the epoxy. I want to try out this new epoxy. So I think I'm just literally going to kind of slather it on everything, and you know, I've got 20 minutes to work with it, so I don't have to hurry. There's no rush like there was with the Gorilla Glue. I got a maximum of 5 minutes before it's going to set and be unworkable, and each minute you wait by mixing it the weaker the weaker it becomes. The final bond will become weaker. So that was old. I took like 2.5 or 3 minutes to mix it up and put it on there. It was doomed from the deal. Yeah, Logan, my son made that for me. That, god damn, that's hard. Anyway, my son made that for me about, I don't know, 10 years ago. He and his wife, they had their first child. They were broke as fuck. And Christmas time came around and he wanted to give me something. They didn't have any money to get me anything. Of course, I don't need anybody to buy me anything for Christmas or birthdays. Just remembering me is enough. But anyway, so he had this piece of lumber sitting around. He'd done a project with or something. I think he'd built a deck. Anyway, it was an offcut on the end. So he got out his little, he had one chisel and he chiseled that out and painted it with some paint that he had laying around. So yeah, I cherish that. And then I got over here by the maracas. I don't know if you've seen my rock band. Let me get this over here. I know, if you get seasick, watch out. So they need to be reorganized. So I'll try and pull them all around here so you can at least see them in their glory. Put that one up here, and these up here. That's geode. So all of these right here, that's my, there it is. That's my rock collection. I call it my rock band. All of those, with the exception of this one, which was, I was at the beach with a friend of mine. I bought this little etching of a dragon. So anyway, have been given to me by my children, friends, etc. They're life memories. So that's my, and I'll get them set back up again, and then I'll take some pictures. I have a few set up, but yeah, I love those. Let's see my porn links. I'll just ask Google. Google knows all the porn I like. Mostly Pornhub. It's free, you know, and it's porn, but it doesn't need to be much, right? Anyway, so there's all that, and my hand painted maracas from Honduras. Do not get isopropyl alcohol on the hand painted maracas. It's very bad for them. They get unhealthy and it gets very sticky down here. There's no strings in them, but yeah, they're not duplicate. They're not like a sticker. As you can see, nope, not that one. Left is left and right is right. Here it is. The Honduras, they're different. They're similar, but they are not the same. So, pretty convinced that these are hand painted. I can't detect any decals either. It's almost like they painted it and then carved it. So this is the, whatever the pot is, that's its natural surface, and this is all painted on. It's really cool. Found them in a thrift store for, I think it was $3 for them, and they give me something fun to play with. I got a prize coming for tomorrow. Wait till you see the new addition to the stuff. I'm gonna have the new thing tomorrow, and the rest of the new thing will be, yeah, hand painted, later carved. Yeah, they're super cool. I love them so much. Yeah. No, I don't miss those days anymore. I did for a minute. Costa Rican rain sticks. Very nice. So yeah, we're gonna have a new thing tomorrow. I'll show it off at the Lame Live, 8 o'clock. You'll notice I'm not asking for times anymore. There's just too many lives out there to try and change days and times. I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes, and everybody that matters knows that. So I'm just going to leave times where they're at. This works for my repair show. And we're just about through this. Yeah, but I have to put things in boxes. Stuff generally goes out on the desktops. The stuff is part of my flatosis syndrome, and the things is part of my hoarder. Yeah, yeah. If ten's what you need, 100's better. No, it's not new gear. I am looking at new gear. I'm looking at investing in an inexpensive ish. Woohoo! Wow, that was here. This hands are not working. We'll set the coffee cup over there so I don't drop it. But yeah, it's getting one of those. What are they called? Ditto, the looper pedal. Playing around with that. I can do loop stuff with Reaper if I want to just record a track and put it on loop. But I like the idea of just pushing a button, playing my thing, pushing a button, and then making it play. Pushing a button the third time usually makes them play. So. All right, thank you, Violet. Have a great one. Appreciate that. I am very well. Well, yeah, but I said gear. Didn't I say gear? I don't know what I'm talking about. It's been forever. We like to see Violet. See how much people miss you, Violet. Enjoy your work, because work should be enjoyed. I can't really do real work anymore, so I do stuff like this. So anyway, I may decide to try and take that board off the bottom of those batteries just for the hell of it. We'll see what my mood is. Um, I don't. It's all surface mount. I don't know if we'd even be able to see a problem without a microscope. Most all these new boards, you really can't look at components with your naked eye. You have to at least have an eye loop, or better yet, a microscope. But I can't justify $300 and that's a cheap microscope that has the HDMI and the whole bit, so I could plug it into the computer. So. Nice. It's all good. You always are welcome here, and you can talk about anything you like in my chat, because you don't talk bad things about people. So that's Pugface, same way. Love him too. So don't work too hard, and we'll see you again. So with that, folks, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna say we're done, and I'm gonna shut this down, and then I'm going to lay down for a little while and see if I can just let my back not be up, because I want to feel better. Um, Bye, Violet. Bye, Preston. Bye, Leela, Logan, Chad, and Sith. So many good people here. All the cool kids came today. Yes, we'll see you around the chats for sure. Thank you very much. And if you came in late, Leo's home. They're doing their planning for the brain surgery, but Leo is home and resting comfortably in his own space. He has lots of support at home, so it's all good. Anyway, that was at the beginning of the stream, so for people like Seth that came in a little late, now you know that. I will see those that want to come and just hang out tomorrow night. We're going to go through Tim Roberts tomorrow night. He's going to be the featured artist. He also sent me another email. So we're going to start a new series, and we're also going to highlight his music. So we'll see you then. That's at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. Mountain. There it is. I remembered all the times on my own country. The rest of you folks, you're on your own. Just do maths. You don't want me to do maths anyway. I love you all. Rock and roll. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you all tomorrow.